Wednesday, where are you? There she
Wednesday walks
is.
with Wednesday.
Wednesday walks with Wednesday.
Oh.
Hi, Pup. You gotta get a little better at that.
I can double click.
I did double click.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So today's topics. What is today? Today is November
13.
13th. I was going to say Friday the 13th, but it's Wednesday. This is going to be a great video. Okay.
This is terrible.
We're
Let's start over.
No, you don't start over. Oh, hi. The doggy has a shirt on. So cute. Okay. So, things we did over the last 7 days.
Yep.
We were super grown-ups. What did we do that was super grown-up?
We set up our life insurance policy and will using your dad's
dad's
veterans
benefits. So it kind of started with my dad making beneficiary and kind of coming up with his end of life plans, and with that came a free consultation, I guess, to set up ours. So it doesn't mean that's the program we're going to use. It doesn't mean that we're committed to that, but it was a free program to kind of get us at least talking about it.
Right.
Because we've been really bad parents of 5 with, like, I don't know. I just think it's a hard conversation to have.
Yeah, it feels very kind of like oppressive and negative and like
scary.
Yeah, it's like planning for tragedy. Mm-hmm. It's never something
which is
you
gonna
really
happen.
want to think about.
Which is gonna happen. That's what's crazy.
Right.
It's unavoidable, but we don't want to talk about it. There's also the kids to think about.
Yeah.
Their education. There's so many things to think about. Like, hopefully this is so far down the line that we have great grandkids, but you just never know. So
yeah, and it took like 2.5 hours because they had to ask me a million questions about
everything. It was only going to take 30 minutes, and we were sitting in a parking lot at the mall.
You want to cross?
Yeah. Thank you. So that was super frustrating, but you know, I appreciate his thoroughness, I guess.
Yeah.
But it definitely took a lot longer than he said.
Yeah, kind of paused our plans for the day, but
yeah. But it got us talking, and it was free, and he's supposed to get back to us in a couple weeks with some sort of proposal, or see if we're accepted, or I don't know. He's supposed to get back to us.
Yeah.
I find it interesting how our society doesn't like to talk about end of life when it's something that's going to happen.
To everyone.
Yeah. Like, I know my parents didn't come up with a plan, really. My mom just didn't want to be a vegetable. That was like her one request, was she didn't want to be on machines keeping her alive. That freaked her out, which, crazy enough, we had to make that decision. It was very hard, but when it came down to her death, it was easy to make that choice because she was so adamant and clear about what she wanted. So, but there was no financial plan, there was no insurance, there was none of that.
No
and
death benefits or yeah. She did say that she wanted to be cremated.
She did want to be cremated. We did give her that. But your parents, they've never discussed end of life requests or what they would want to do with the house, what they want to do with your siblings, what they want to, I mean, they're all grown now, but like,
yeah, I mean, my family's like the worst at communicating anything, so I think being something that no one really wants to talk about would be
extra hard with your family.
Yeah, it'd be like the last thing that anyone would ever want to talk about because we hardly talk anyway, so.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And my family, we over talk and we still didn't talk.
Right.
But I think what got my mom started to have that conversation was the hospital had one of those, like, what is it, living directives? What are those called? Something directive.
End of life, or I don't know.
I forget what they're called, but but it made it so she was forced to have that conversation with us because she was filling out paperwork and I had to sign something. She was going into major surgery, and so that's why we filled all that out. So I want to give my kids that same peace, which is they don't have to stress about it. The last thing you want to worry about is what your parents' wishes were, financial stress.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have that, and it was still excruciating. So maybe this will make you have a conversation with your parents.
Maybe.
Anyways, on a different topic.
I don't like the odds.
You don't like the odds? Okay. We're not going to bet on it. Switching topics to something much lighter than death.
Lighter than death.
Lighter than death. We went to Six Flags this weekend
Yeah.
for Veterans Day weekend for 2 days. It's about 6 hours from us.
California.
Back to California. It took us about 6 hours to get there. We left super early on Saturday. Enter B-roll here.
Yeah.
You put like a box right there? I'm like looking at.
Yeah, I guess. But kind of derpy.
I'm derpy. We know that. All right, so let's break down our trip. First day we got there. How was it? I know what you're gonna say. How about we say it on 3? How would you describe the park when we first got there? 1, 2, 3.
Crowded. Super crowded.
Super crowded.
Super packed.
Yeah.
Like to capacity almost. I don't know.
I don't know.
Seemed
So
like
there was these key are we walking around the school?
Yeah.
Or this way? Around the school? Okay, so there were these key club members from I saw region 49, and each region had 20 to 30 kids with their chaperones and their chaperones' kids. It was nuts. And they all had matching shirts.
Yep.
They all had these poles with a decoration on it, and they had these cheers they would do. Oh my gosh. It was crazy. So when they
and to me it seemed like a bunch of
they were all
junior
in high school.
hires.
No, they were not. You're just getting old. They were, I would say, probably juniors and seniors.
Really?
So the juniors and seniors, when they would greet each other, they had a certain cheer, and then they did their own version of the cheer. Then there was a call and a response, and it was nuts.
And they would do it while waiting in line, so everyone else waiting in line would...
Got to hear their cheers. I almost knew it by the end of the day.
Well, not really, because they all had different cheers.
No, but there was one they did to each other that I was starting to learn.
That they all knew.
Yeah. But it made the park very crowded. So what's nice about Six Flags is they have an app. I guess most theme parks do now. We're dating ourselves. Paper tickets. Remember paper tickets at Disneyland?
And maps.
In maps, yep.
Now it's all on your phone.
Jackson was super bummed out that we didn't have maps. But then we started to use the app, and the app was super convenient. You could check the wait times for every single ride. You could click on the ride, and it would take you directly.
Yeah, it would give you directions on how to get there.
How long it would take to walk. Now, what should we have done the first day? The first thing I said, let's just pause there. First thing I said was, does the people mover take us to the top of the hill?
Well, does the people mover take it over to Ninja?
Where do we want to go on Ninja?
Where we want to go? Everyone said no. So...
Actually, no one said anything.
Yes, somebody said no.
Okay, someone said no quietly.
And everyone else ignored me. Total mom moment. Mom has the idea. Mom has the information. Everyone's like, let's walk. So we walked straight up this hill.
Well, no, we walked around the hill.
We walked all the way around the hill, and then we walked straight up the hill for a ride that said it was 15 minutes?
I think it was 20 minutes when
we got in line.
When we got in line.
And we wanted to do it because it was going to be our daughter Ella's first big roller coaster. This has been the first time she's scared of everything. Scared of heights, scared of speed, scared of seatbelts. She's scared of everything about a roller coaster that clicks, all of it.
Tipping, spinning.
Tilting. She gets motion sickness. So we got her motion sickness medicine. This is the first time she showed any interest in actually going on stuff. She's scared of rollers. She's scared of water slides. So we take her everywhere, and she usually just sunbathes. So,
She has a relaxing
or
time.
eats cotton candy.
Right.
So
Or like Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots. Yep. First thing she did when she got there the second day. Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots? No, they're
Dippin' Dots?
$12 for like a little 2
It
ounce
was
thing.
literally half a cup for $10.99. It was like
Well, and then
was
they
like
don't tell
this
you
big,
that
and
on
it was
top
like
of
this
that,
deep.
there's tax for everything.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Luckily,
what?
we did get a discount because we have season passes, but basically the discount I think is only
gets rid of the
10%.
tax, yeah.
It just gets rid of the tax.
So that's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Anyways, so we get in line, 30 minutes into our wait, we check the thing again, and
Hi guys, videographer, editor Cody here, and my wife Noelle Studio. Just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. If you're getting joy or value out of these videos, please like and comment and share and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it.
updated to 90 minutes. And we are still like towards the way back of the line. So that means
Right.
we've
And we
waited
hardly
30 minutes.
hardly moved too.
Yeah.
And we found
It
out.
only had one train.
Right.
So
One train was going out of 3.
Yeah, so it would load, go around the ride, unload, then start it all over again. So it was like a super short ride, but like 4-minute process each train. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I was like, no. So we dipped.
We dipped. And it was super cool though, because we were rewarded the next day, and we basically walked on the ride the next day.
Now, this is more like it. Yep.
Sunday, night and day difference. I don't know if that's every Saturday, every Sunday because of the event. I don't know if they have events every Saturday, but Sunday was like a completely different park. I felt like we had it to ourselves.
Yeah.
There was nothing we couldn't do,
Right.
which was awesome. We're by the kids' school, and look at the little kindergarten. They're so cute. Okay. I forget how tiny they were.
Mm-hmm. They're still tiny, but
Ella's still tiny. She's like suitcase size.
yep.
Could put her in an overhead compartment. So, day and night difference between Saturday and Sunday. Sunday we rode some really crazy rides.
Mm-hmm.
Challenged Jackson to ride the stand-up ride.
The Riddler.
And Batman, his first like feet hanging out ride. So he thought that was pretty cool. The line was long.
It was boring. Just kidding. It was fun. Riddler's Revenge was more fun.
Jordan rode his first upside down roller coaster. Twisted Colossus was his very first upside down roller coaster. And I heard it was insane.
Did he ride Twisted Colossus?
Yes, he rode it with you guys, remember? It was the first thing you guys did on Sunday. Me and Elle went to the merry-go-round,
Okay,
and
I remember
you
that
guys
Jordan
just
went on it with
talked
us.
Jordan into it.
Yeah, because it was 2 and 2, and that thing strapped you in hardcore. Like,
Good.
Yeah.
He's like 50 pounds. Oh, I'm
Yeah, they
flinging
had-
around. He's like a kite.
And that was my favorite ride. That's the one I wanted to go on first.
That's that cool one where you get to go twice. You get to go like 2 loops.
Yeah, it's a 4-minute ride,
That's so cool.
so it's super worth
It's
it.
like It's a Small World, but with barfing.
Yeah. So well, no, it's not like It's a Small World. It's like a mellower version of X2, honestly. Like you don't go backwards.
X2 was crazy.
But you do
That's
pretty
a
much everything
funny
else.
story. When we went just over the summer, we went to a Dodger game, and on the way there, we stopped at Six Flags, and you and I walked onto X2, not really knowing anything about it.
Yeah. Well, we had gone on it before, like
And
3
I don't
years
remember
earlier.
because of my seizure.
Yeah, but she didn't remember it, and I was like, "Yes, we've gone on it." The flamethrowers weren't working the first time.
And I remember something about the flamethrowers not working, but I do not remember that ride. That first dip where you go over the back was insane.
Literally go backwards and upside down and corkscrew
And then
and then
flamethrowers.
flamethrowers.
Felt like
yeah.
I was in a rock metal video.
Oh my gosh, it was like the most insane ride ever. So we're like, nope, no one's
So we
going on
skipped
that.
that, but they did everything else they wanted to do. We did Justice League twice because that's so fun.
Yep. Well, we
Isaiah
waited
got in the
this-
top 1%
the
of
second time
all
we-
players. Yeah. He discovered the secret where you shoot the henchman.
Well, that's not a secret. It's posted on the wall in the way.
But it's a secret because like there's all this other stuff and the henchmen are in the back. So you have to like
You have to look for them.
you have to look for them, and they're worth like 20 times more than anyone else.
Yeah. And the big like octopus shaped robots.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor robots, you get a lot of points. for those.
The ones that are on the ground, right?
But we waited in line for so long for that because the ride kept shutting down or breaking.
I'm like, it's just a magnet pulling it. How does it keep breaking? Super fun trip. Super annoying about the hotel. You talk about that. The night before we left, so we were supposed to leave at 5 in the morning and like 8 o'clock the night before, and they blamed it on Expedia. They were like, they booked a room we don't have. And I'm like, well, great. They're like, do you want 2 regular rooms? We'll give you a $10 discount.
Oh yeah, $10.
With $159, they're like, we'll give you 2 rooms for $149. And I was like, that doesn't math.
I think it was even worse than that. It was like, we'll give you the second room for $149.
It was bad.
It's like, what? No.
And like, it was $230 originally. So we literally were hunting for any suite in the LA area on a 3-day weekend. Yep. Not smart.
Because we have 6 people in our group, so we need to...
Yeah, we need a suite. We need at least 3 beds.
Right.
So we found one.
In Pomona.
Yeah. So after driving to LA from Phoenix, walking around a theme park, we drove to our hotel about an hour away, and then back to the park the next day.
Yeah, well, and
which is the opposite direction of Phoenix.
Between Six Flags and our hotel was really bad too. So
Saturday night traffic in LA.
Right. Yeah. So.
But hey, we still had I would still do it again. We still had a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. The kids had a blast. Ella really discovered how fun rides are and got over her fear. And Jordan going upside down. He went on American Revolution also.
Oh, cool.
How was your week, baby girl? Did you have a good week?
Wednesday walks with Wednesday.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.